Okay. Next song on the Alec Benjamin album on commentary that we've been checking out is Nuance, which is actually, I don't know, it's a fun word to say, nuance. I don't know why, don't ask me, but I like saying it. Um, yeah, okay, so Nuance is 2 minutes and 52 seconds long. Uh, it's actually one of the longer songs in the album, I guess. I think for the most part, some of them have been like just over 2 minutes, so um, yeah, let's check it out.
Da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-dum. Nuance was an old friend that everyone forgot. After graduation, he became an afterthought. We threw a cocktail party and just left Nuance out of the conversation. Must have lost his invitation in the mail, in the mail. The all too familiar tale of growing up and closing off and losing touch. I used to talk about the world. I used to talk about life with nuance. I used to see wood from the trees. I used to be alright with nuance, but I've got some nuance. Don't want to be seen with nuance. I've moved on, it's just not for me. Don't wanna talk about the world. Don't wanna talk about life with nuance anymore. Nuance was an old friend that had a lot to say, sharing his opinions. Used to listen in those days, but I threw a cocktail party and just left Nuance out of the conversation. Must have lost his invitation in the mail, in the mail. The all too familiar tale of growing up and closing off and losing touch. I used to talk about the world. I used to talk about life with nuance. I used to see wood from the trees. I used to be alright with nuance, but I've got some nuance. Don't want to be seen with nuance. I've moved on, it's just not for me. Don't wanna talk about the world. Don't wanna talk about life with nuance anymore. And if I do ever see him, run into him at a cafe, and he asks me why I don't call him, I'll have nothing with nuance to say. I'll have nothing with nuance to say.
Ooh, okay. Actually, I got something to say about that little lyric there. So, nuance means like a small change, right? So, obviously, he's talking about how he used to enjoy nuance, like he used to enjoy like little changes and stuff. But now he obviously doesn't want any change in his life, maybe because he's found a spot in his life that's he's enjoying. It could be a few different things. You could also talk about stuff with COVID, how things have changed because of COVID. Now watch it. My video is going to be flagged for COVID information. You're going to have a little pop up at the bottom. Anyway, sorry, kind of got off track there for a sec. And that when he then runs into nuance at a cafe, he won't have anything with nuance to say. So like, I don't know, like it's like what he'll have to say won't be any different either. Like I don't know, it's just that kind of jumped out at me. I don't know. Maybe I'm making absolutely no sense, but like he won't have anything to say to nuance, but also he won't have anything different to say. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but yeah, I like the whole idea though of using nuance as like a person. Um, he's throwing this cocktail party and he doesn't want any change at the party, so he doesn't invite nuance. Like the invitation got lost, or he did invite nuance, but nuance didn't get the invitation. Maybe because he actually wasn't invited, or because the invitation was actually lost. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking a whole bunch of BS right now. Very possible. But I do like the whole idea of, you know, the idea of small change or subtle differences that were once enjoyed but now are not. But yeah, let's keep going. We're almost done, I think.
I used to talk about the world. I used to talk about life with nuance. I used to see wood from the trees. I used to be alright with nuance. But I've got some nuance, don't want to be seen with nuance. I've moved on, it's just not for me. Don't wanna talk about the world. Don't wanna talk about life with nuance anymore. Da-da-dum-dum-dum.
Yeah, I like that. That's probably up there with Hammer, to be honest. If you can tell, I don't know if you've watched some of the reactions, but I'm a huge like metaphor guy. Like if you can give me a really good metaphor, or I guess in this case it's more of a personification. Sorry, because I guess you're giving something an idea, human characteristics, or you're making it more human. I'm a sucker for those. But yeah, so using the idea of nuance, I guess in this case, like they're using nuance as like a small change. So I used to talk about the world, I used to talk about life with nuance. So that could mean like you could talk about the world and life as with small changes, because small changes are something that you can kind of adapt to. But now obviously he doesn't want. He says, but now I've got some nuance, don't want to be seen with nuance, I've moved on. Like he doesn't want this kind of these subtle changes anymore because he's happy where he is. And I'm wondering, he's made nuance like a person, right? So it's got to be that this change, or maybe one of these changes, was a person. Could be a relationship, a friend, so just, I don't know, I'm just kind of spitballing here. You can give me your opinions definitely in the comments. I love hearing what other people's takes were on the metaphors, and in this case, personification. I believe, could be wrong. I'm no master of stylistic devices, but yeah. So yeah, this is probably one of my favorite ones, I'd say, on the album so far. But yeah, so before I keep talking, as I usually do, yeah, we're gonna keep going. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the reaction, like, comment, or subscribe is greatly appreciated. Yeah, like I said, leave your thoughts in the comments if you guys have different takes on the metaphor or the stylistic device that is used here. Please let me know. I'd love to hear that kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.